many people have this conception about millennials that they don't know what to do with their money and they don't know how to save money, and they get themselves into credit card debt. Well, that's the question that we have for Connor Richardson, who's a CPA and the founder of millennialmoneymakeover.com, and he helps millennials master, essential money matters. And so, Connor, is it true? Can you say that, a blank statement, that the millennial generation are freaked out by their finances? Is that something that you're comfortable saying?
Absolutely. 2/3 of millennials are financially illiterate, and over half are unhappy about their financial situation. And that leads them to have this sort of high anxiety around their finances, and they're looking for ways to completely turn their life around. And that's what I do and present the case for that in my new book, Millennial Money Makeover.
So why is it because of the mentality that they can do anything, that they were gifted, that everyone got a trophy? Is it that mentality that led to the issue with money in millennials today?
Well, I'm not sure it's necessarily that. So there are a couple different factors at play. The first is that student loans are rising at an exponential rate, and millennials were sold this idea that a 4-year college is the automatic path to success. And in 2017, the average graduate had $37,000 in student loan debt, and they also have some credit card debt, around $5,000. So they're already staring at $40,000 of debt when they graduate from college. And so they are hit with this collision of a financial reality and then hitting the working world for the first time, and marrying those two things together produces anxiety for them.
Okay. So in your book, you talk about the makeover, 10 millennial money makeover principles of success. Let's talk about them.
Yes, sure. So the first is that one rich decision wins the day. And what I mean by that is once you enter the money makeover, you really have this rich framework. And so everything you're putting into context of money and really turning around your financial life. The second is that, go ahead.
So, for example, it would mean maybe not ordering the most expensive glass of wine after work with some friends, or getting that gourmet coffee in the morning, something simple like that, or no?
Yes, absolutely. Something very simple like that. Or maybe, millennials are creatures of, social, so they like to go out a lot, and maybe not going out every night, but picking one day a week, or maybe one day every 2 weeks, and then perhaps coupling that nice glass of wine with a reward for yourself, as opposed to doing it every time you go out.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. It makes sense. Those are the kinds of things that you put in the Millennial Money Makeover. But I want to go to 7 steps to paying off credit card debt. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
How it's overwhelming, it's daunting, and it's not done because you want to do it. It's done out of necessity. At times, you get yourself into this mess. So how do you start paying off that credit card debt? What do you recommend?
Well, the first thing that you need to do is to acknowledge that you have credit card debt. So usually people are using credit card debt for they financially manage their money poorly, or something has got them in this mess. So it's that wake-up call to address the fact that you actually have credit card debt. And then you want to list your debts in ascending order. So you start with the smallest balances first, and you really kind of hone in on that smallest one. And that's the one that you're going to tackle and build momentum paying off. And then I recommend creating what I call a flash budget, which is you're just sitting down and quickly looking at your income and expenses and seeing how much you can actually throw at your debts. And then you're going to snowball your success by paying off that first one. So researchers at Northwestern University have proven that if you pay off your smallest balances first, then you're much more likely to pay off your total debt load later.